Hey guys, this is Matt for Creative, and today we're going back to an older camera, an older setup that I really haven't used since the gimbals came out. Think of like the DJI Pocket 2, Pocket 3 has been amazing, but now I'm going back to, again, what I really used to use. This is a Canon M6 Mark II with a 16mm lens. I have the stabilization, or that digital stabilization, pumped up to enhanced. So while doing these kind of walking and talking vlogs or kind of walking through the city, this is what I used to use. This camera is heavy. It would be kind of better suited for two-hand use. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip this around. And if you remember seeing any footage from, let's say, a DJI Pocket 3 or a Pocket 2, because they're everywhere now, just kind of let's do that comparison. All right, we're running across the street. Now, to get this kind of stabilization, it's really going to crop it. So while you may think, okay, the DJI Pocket 3, you have all the way back here, you get a lot of the background, you do get like a little bit of blur, but it's not as good. I've started moving away from cameras like this and purely been using only gimbals, and I think it's been one of my best choices, my best decisions in a while. These kind of cameras will always be what I maybe use as like my home setup, but on the go, even right now, it's kind of getting a little bit heavy in my hand. We're gonna flip this around here. We're gonna record the city as I would be doing. Now, what I've been instinctually doing is just kind of forgetting to, to point the camera in any particular direction. Because with a gimbal, you set it on one of the modes, let's say follow mode, or just kind of the horizon lock mode, and then you kind of like set it and forget it. Right now I'm kind of tilting the articulating screen in the back just to kind of see, am I getting what I think I'm getting? Because again, the body of this camera, I would call it the lightest point because that 16mm lens kind of gets a little bit heavy. And what I'm going to be thinking is, while I'm doing my walking and talking, and while the footage I think is going to be better overall, it's just, I feel like it's going to eventually kind of go lower just because I don't want to put that much effort into holding it. I mean, I miss the footage, I miss the look of this, because when you get kind of close to something, you do get that background blur. And you do with the DJI, but to a much lesser extent, because that one only has like a 1-inch sensor. This is a cropped sensor, again, from Canon. Would I go back to using something like this? No, I don't think so. For something casual? No, not even on maybe a mirrorless gimbal setup. But I think this is kind of over. I would say the next thing that is kind of over as well is going to be those little pocket cameras like the Canon GX7 and what is the other one? Anything like that. I would say at this point, if you're doing any kind of vlogs, any kind of walking around kind of city work, get a gimbal. Get a gimbal because it's the best way to kind of capture and to really not think about where you're pointing the camera at. And also, it's much, much lighter. So let's see, right now I'm tracking this. I am walking pretty slowly. I do have an ND filter because this is a pretty wide open lens at 1.4. But yeah, the building looks a little bit dark. Let's see here. All right, we're going to a two-hand motion, and we are going to walk in the street like an idiot. So what I'm trying to do is so it doesn't even have a horizon balance on this. That's not even a feature. And again, we are in the enhanced option where there's a standard where it's less of a crop, but you will get more of the jitters, more of the shake. I do have to say, this is a great low light camera. I remember recording an at-night parade years ago. It's actually the banner for this channel at the time. And that did really great at low light. But I really had to like focus on getting what I wanted. It's too much work. And I really don't feel like it's worth it anymore. So again, what do I recommend? If you can't afford the DJI Pocket 3, there is always the Pocket 2. I wouldn't get the Pocket 1 because that's just a little bit too tight of a lens. You need at least, and I think it may be a 22mm on the 2 and the 3. That's great. You can put that at arm's length, you can get yourself, you can get the background in there, and it's perfect. But for this, again, my hand is kind of getting tired. And how did I keep on doing this for such a long time? Anyway, guys, if you have any comments or questions, put it in the comment section below. Again, look at how tight this crop is here. Because we're on enhanced, I can't comfortably go that far back. But yeah, anyway, put it in the comments. I'm on Instagram at M8V9, creative.ny, creative.reviews, and you can email me at creativenyc2024@gmail.com. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I will see you next time.